What's up, people? What's up, people? Gonna wait for a few more people to hop in here so we can get this going. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? LaDonna, what's happening? Glad you could make it. We're gonna kick this off in a minute. JB, my brother. Dave, my brother. I'm gonna give it probably like another minute, and then I'm gonna kick this off. Now this is gonna be a Q&A, so feel free as I'm talking, type some questions in there, and then I'll stop and address it. So I'm not gonna just keep talking all the way through. Obviously I got a bunch of notes here, but like I said, it's a Q&A. If I don't get through everything, I'm here to answer questions. Keith, what up? What up? What up? Give it about another 30 seconds. See if somebody else is going to hop in this. And we're going to kick this off. Again, like I said, this is a Q&A. So it's not just for me to just, blabber and keep talking. As I'm coming up with these points, I would definitely like y'all to type some questions or comments in there, and then I'll address them. I'll stop immediately and address them as we go. So I'm going to go ahead and, wait, hold on. I got this little alert. Let me see what this alert is. Oh, here we go. Oh. I'm going to get to that. All right. So we are here to discuss counting calories or portion control. Right? Mr. G, what up? Yeah, but we are here to discuss counting calories or portion control. Some of us in here are trainers, and some of us in here are athletes. Some of us in here are just common folk. And we hear all the time, you hear people saying, that's not in my macros. I'm not allotted that many calories or whatnot. But as a trainer, what I do with my clients is I give them what's sustainable to their lifestyle. Now, for me personally, counting calories throughout my day, it just don't work for me. For me personally, like well, as a professional, I know what I need to intake, and I've been doing this for so long that I can kind of like look at foods and know exactly how much it is based on the portion size. I can kind of make an educated guess on how many calories that I'm intaking, right? But what I want to kick off is to answer the simple question of what is a calorie, right? You hear this word thrown out and you just think calories are just food, but calories are actually broken down, and they give us energy to perform certain tasks, like what I'm doing right now, talking, breathing, exercising. That's what a calorie is. Calories give us energy. We need a certain amount of them to perform. We start feeling low energy, right? And that's when, I don't want to get too deep, but that's when you start dipping into, muscle burning or fat burning, right? So before I get too deep, does anybody have any questions about what a calorie is? I'm gonna give y'all like 20 seconds to type something in, but if y'all know what that is, Oh yeah, that's a real good question. Actually, that's in my notes about how all calories aren't created equal. So you got ahead of me. It's a very good question because a lot of people think, well, if my coach or my doctor or my program says I could eat 1,100 calories for the day, that means I could just eat 1,100 calories full of candy bars, or or I could just eat 1,100 calories in some French fries, or some cupcakes. When that's wrong, all calories are not created equal. But I'm gonna get to that. Does anybody have any questions about calories being created equal? Give it about 20 seconds, and then I'm gonna keep it moving. As far as like what's more effective, portion control or counting calories. Nah, all right, I'm gonna keep it moving. So, in reality, the answer to the question, both can be essential. Counting your calories or portion control. Now, like I said in the beginning, it's pretty much based on what's sustainable to you. Now, nowadays we have a bunch of apps, we have a bunch of gadgets that we can just log in our phone and input what we're eating, and it's already in there and it's gonna log it for you just like that. But for your lifestyle, do you have the time in the day, every time you put something in your mouth, to go on your phone and log it? If that is you, then that is counting calories is right for you. Now, if you're someone who knows, all right, I have a trainer or I'm on this program that says I can eat, X amount of ounces per macro. I'm breaking it down now. Then that is you. What it say? I'm so bad at logging meals. And all right, guys. So, Daddy Dave, David Thomas, he's actually my client, and I know this about him. So, what I do with him, instead of telling him, "Hey, you can have this many calories for the day," I just tell him how much to eat, and for him, that works for him. Throughout his day, he knows for carbs, I can have this many ounces per meal. For protein, I can have this many ounces per meal. How much cup of veggies that he can have. That works for him. Now, I have some clients, I can't give them that freedom because they'll just go off the easy and they'll eyeball it instead of actually measuring it. They'll look at the rice and be like, well, he said I could have a third cup. This might be a third cup. But your ass is eating 2 cups because you don't know. So anybody have questions so far about that? You get about 20 seconds. And I see my bro Nip jumped on. Bro, you can request to join in, man, if you want to. You can hop in on this because I know you can attest to this. Erica, if you want, you can hop in on this because you can attest to this as well. If you want to request to jump in this, I'm cool with that, and we could chop it up and conversate. But at the end of the day, if counting calories or portion control is done correctly, they both can really be effective. Now, what I want y'all to understand with both counting calories or portion control, it's very imperative that you all understand how to read labels, right? Because if you don't know, wait, I'm sorry, hold on. Somebody requested me. There we go. Instagram changed his view, so I didn't know he was actually requesting me. But he finna hop in here. What up, my bro?
What's good? What's good? What's good?
Hey, my bad. So Instagram changed the way they do things, I didn't even know you was requesting me until I seen this little bubble.
Yeah, they changed it up when they thing the you gotta press the thing and things. Yeah, they keep changing.
Yeah,
By the time you
and
get
the questions, like somebody had asked me a question, it usually pop up right there
right,
in the comments. Now it pop up in this little bubble. So I'm like, I didn't even know somebody had asked the question.
word,
But bro, I don't know how long you've been on. I kind of covered like what an actual calorie is.
right,
Because people hear the word and they don't even know what a calorie is,
right,
right? I covered that. 'Cause we know calories are used for energy through food. But I also said all calories aren't created equal.
mm-hmm.
People feel like, oh, my trainer or my coach or my doctor said I can eat 1,100 calories. So they feel like, well, shit, as long as it's 1,100,
They
it
don't
could be some donuts.
care.
So, what you got to say about that, real quick?
So at the end of the day, at a very basic level, a calorie is a calorie. So if you are somebody on the lifestyle side that's trying to lose, 40, 50 plus pounds or more, in your eyes, especially to get you on the right track, look at it as calories. It's just a calorie is a calorie. Because there go one of mine talk about peanut butter. That's
Hey, bro, now I don't want to cut you off because after you make this comment, we finna talk about peanut butter, bro, because I had something that happened to me yesterday with my client. But let's hold that thought.
so at the end of the day, you want the first step, because most of the people are on the lifestyle side, they're trying to lose weight before they even get healthy. They want to lose weight. So you have to realize, so if your BMR is 2,500, your intake needs to be under 2,500. Now, when you are a larger person, when I say it does not matter, I'm not suggesting go eat pizza and fast food burgers and all that stuff just because you're under 20, because you're at 2,400, so you're in a deficit of versus 2,500. That's not what I'm suggesting. What I'm saying is to get yourself used to eating the proper amount. Now you're able to look at it as just calories as calories. Now, when you're starting to lose the weight, starting to see the change, starting to feel better, that's where where what Tibbs was talking about. That's where you slide into the all calories aren't created equal. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
it's one of the things I talk about. So you take cooked chicken breast, 120 calories. 22 to 26 grams of protein. You'll see different. Everywhere. And what people don't realize, they'll get one of those 100 calorie packs and feel like it's the same thing. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
That chicken, especially if you're a smaller person, you feel full and everything like that. Those 100 calorie packs, somebody like you and I, we can eat that whole box without even blinking before
Bro.
we out. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hey, and my client just jumped in. Her name is May. She the one that's got a peanut butter problem. We gonna address that.
I can tell a prep story to that too. But
Bro, my guy just he said,
I
what
want
you guys recommend purchasing food scales? It's been really beneficial for me, but some don't see it.
so
Okay.
I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna say it real fast until you go ahead. So with food scale, right, that is the only way you will actually know what you are ingesting. Point blank.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you can easily tell us, we both coach. You can easily say, oh yeah, coach, I had X amount. Okay, well, did you weigh it?
Right.
You don't know. You don't know for a fact. That's always an eyeball. You know what I'm saying? That's always an eyeball. That's not actually knowing for a fact what it is. So now when you say, coach, when you want us to make these adjustments and do all these different things, you've been eyeballing stuff. And
Right.
because you got to remember, any coach worth his salt is not trying to have you in some huge deficit. We're trying to keep you in a consistent, minimal 150 to 250, depending, on a lot of different variables. So we're not trying to
Mm-hmm.
deficit. So now you eyeballing is more than likely, you say you got 5 meals in a day, you're off by 20 calories on each one, which is very likely. That's 100 calories. You've damn near killed your deficit. You see
Now
it?
see me, I know this, and I got clients in here, you got clients in here. Y'all ass be cheating. So I'm putting y'all way over that 200 because I know you're gonna climb back up with your damn cheat meals that you're not telling me you eating,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So for example, I got this next to me because this is a good example. So this is 1/4 cup, y'all. I know it's backwards because it's on Instagram. This 1/4 cup. Now, 1/4 cup of almonds, which y'all would not believe, is 170 calories. For do you know this is probably like, look at this, y'all. That's 170 calories in just almonds.
And then
So if I tell y'all I need y'all to eat 1/3 cup of almonds in a meal, and you just go in the bag and you just go and grab it, and you thinking, oh, he says is this, no, now you at 270, and that's a whole meal in almonds.
so read on there what. So you see how it says 1/4 cup is a serving. Read on there how many grams is a serving on the bag.
28 grams.
So this is why, Daddy Dave, you brought up the great point. This is why you weigh things. I just had this conversation over the week. I have it a lot, but now it's just with newer people that you're bringing into the fold. I had to explain to them that 1/4 cup is very different than 28 grams. Tibbs 1/4 cup can be different than my 1/4 cup. Some people take the heaping cup. You know what I mean? They take there is good to go. You know what I'm saying? They think, oh, so it fits. Oh, it's a little bit over. It doesn't matter. 28 grams is 28 grams, point blank, period. And that's why when I see people, when they have plans and they're using 1/4 cup, they're using 1/2 cup, stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to, bag people, but how do you really how are you able to get your people to know the exact what they're doing? Nadia can she's on. She can attest this. When she does get peanut butter or almond butter, it's 16 grams, 18 grams, 24. It's so that way we're able to truly adjust. Because what's after a 1/4 cup, then an 1/8 cup, trying to figure all that.
Right.
Man, at the end of the day, you don't want to turn this into science class. You don't want to turn this into math class.
Exactly.
Talked about before how you're giving people the programs and stuff like that. This is where people will get messed up because, man, this is too much, and they say they out.
Yeah, I've had people that I didn't give them the option. I wanted them to track their calories, and they just fell completely off because they missed 2 days of tracking, and now their mind is like, oh, I'm off. I ain't tracked for 2 days. I done messed up, or when I give them the portion control, they eyeball it. I just want to tell you guys, eyeballing could really mess y'all up. And that's going to lead into this peanut butter. I want to tell mine real quick, and then I want you to tell your peanut butter stories, right? And my client is in here, so she's listening. I'm glad. So she's on prep. She's actually doing your show. She's doing the Dallas, so so I got her on the plan, right? She's doing everything. So she says she's doing everything that I'm asking her to do. Precise. And she's generally that type of client. But her weight went up. So I said, let's go back and find something that you were doing that's a little off. And we found, she said, oh, well, I was having like more peanut butter than you said. Right. So she didn't know that a difference in 1 tablespoon can throw your calorie count up. So I got it on my notes here. 2 tablespoons, this is general. 2 tablespoons of peanut butter is 200 calories. Now, if you take that up 3.5 tablespoons, that's 346 calories in 3.5 tablespoons.
Adds up fast with not even that. We're not even talking much. That's the crazy.
a tablespoon can jack you up another 100 and some calories. Now, she's doing that every day. By the end of the week, she over her calories by almost 1,000. So now she's like, that's why my weight went up. When I explained it to her, she's like, damn, that was eye-opening. Let me hear yours. I want to hear another story.
So, me, I like to tell personal stories. So when I was in my first prep, I just got I was about, what do I call that? Like 28 grams, something like that, right? So that peanut butter, I mean, that was gold. I'm addicted to peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I mean, that was the only thing I could eat for the rest of my life. Sold. I ain't got no problem. You know what I mean? Right? Because you know how in prep it's a little bit different because your food choices are limited. So it's not gonna go fix a sandwich or something like that. So usually, you just kind of, you weigh your peanut butter and you eat it, or you might put it in, or you know what I mean. You just you put it with something. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie. When I'm making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, I ain't measuring a damn thing. I'm sticking that.
Hey, that's what. Oh, I'll even further back. I remember like when I first started getting right, and I measured. I was really taking things seriously, and I saw what a serving of peanut butter. I'm not fronting. I almost cried. I was like, "Are you?" So for all these years, my whole life, I've been eating all this. I wasn't looking. Jesus, take the wheel.
Right.
Whoop, bop, put it. You know what I'm saying? And then you see what it really is. You just be like, "Yo," you know what I mean? So I've always loved peanut butter, right? So I'm sitting there. Take a little bit. I'm at this point, I'm like real close to stage ready. You see what I'm saying? So I didn't have that mentality of, oh, I really need to, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
my first preps, I'm still learning a lot. Bro, it was like a half, 3/4 of the thing of peanut butter left. Gone. I couldn't stop. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna take one. Boom, I took the whole thing down. And bro, I'm not kidding you when I say our parents used to tell us to clean the plate club. There was no peanut butter left in the jar. I went all in. When we all nothing, I was like, well, I went this far, so I took it all the way down. You know what I'm saying? And I look, I'm not even going front. While it was going on, I didn't care. You know what I'm saying?
Look. She like, yeah, that's me.
After the fact, I felt real bad about it. I was like, damn, I did all this work for the last 8 weeks. And now, look, this is not me telling y'all. I'm not telling this story to tell you, hey, it's okay if you do. No, what I'm saying is even the most disciplined of us have moments of weakness. That's why that I only bought the packets of peanut butter and I had to give them to Jackie. I was like, yo, you can't have, I can't, like, I got to come get them from you. Like, I can't have them.
You can't have it.
Now,
bro,
I have
my client told me, she said, hey, can you change my plan? Because I just can't have peanut butter on there. It's got to be gone. Like, got to get away from me. and you know what's crazy? The reason why I brought this example on is because in preps, this is my weakness, bro. Like almonds. Like, bro, I'll be sitting here, so sometimes I'll be starving, and I'll be like, man, I'm just gonna get a few more almonds. You know what I'm saying? You can't.
So look, y'all seeing two pros that went. We do all these different things. Coaches that went all this stuff. We're breaking this down to a human level, because I just said we're, at the end of the day, we're all humans. Every single one of us has some sort of weaknesses. Not just one. We have weaknesses. Our job is to acknowledge them and look. There are times where you need to try to overcome them. There are times where you just need to stay as far away as possible from them. I'm at a point now where I can handle peanut butter because I haven't had peanut butter in a long time. I go to almond butter, same thing, and now it tastes like the same thing. I know that sounds sacrilegious, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. But what I'm saying is, we're telling these stories so you understand. We know what it's like to have those moments of weaknesses. You have moments of we know what it's, so we're not trying. So like when we're telling you got to fight through and telling you the different ways and all that stuff, we're not saying it just, stand up on the coach platform or well, we're pros. So you should. No, we're telling you because we know, what it's like. And, as May is saying, just get it out your house. You know what I'm saying? Just that's the best way to do it because the deeper you get into prep, the more desperate you're going to get, the more hungry you're going to get, the more all these different things, and it's going to be even harder to avoid it. You know what I mean? Don't even stuff. Because here's the other part: if you have developed the discipline that you don't got to deal with it, why tease yourself? You see what I'm saying? Don't even just out of sight, out of sight, out of mind. And that's the same because like before I used to do peanuts. That was something that would get me in trouble. because it's
Oh, just yeah.
very
High.
easy to just, you know what I mean? So, but you
Yeah.
learn these things about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And because, you know, at the end of the day, you know, lifestyle or condition, you always got to keep your goals at the forefront.
You know
So,
what's another one, bro? That I found that's common with just common folks is guys. I need you guys to pay attention to your salads because that a salad is a common food that's thrown out there when related to the word healthy, right? When you think about oh, I'm eating clean, I'm eating healthy, the first thing you think about is getting a salad, right? Because that's what been thrown at us. I'm telling y'all right now, these I call them loaded salads, will destroy your goals. Whatever goals, especially weight loss.
in a
These
heart,
loaded salads will destroy your goals because you got to watch your dressings, sauces, everything that you add. And you go to the little mini bar or whatever, and you add all these things in there. Those salads can have more calories than a goddamn burger. I'm telling y'all.
they
I
usually,
just want to throw it.
what'll happen because, you know, I'll have a client, again, this is something that Nadia can speak to, going out of town or going to, you know, a dinner or whatever. So I always tell them, send me the menu, you know, let's see what's what, especially depending on where they are in their journey. And you
Mm-hmm.
look at salads, you have 1,200 calorie salads. They are labeled healthy. They are labeled, oh, and you look at everything that's in them. And so just to, you know, again, to give you guys you know, to help, always ask for as much of that stuff on the side as you possibly can. So that way, now we're not asking you're out to eat, whatever it is. Look, some people see the cool thing about having been a bodybuilder at this point, I really don't give a shit what anybody thinks. I'll bring a food scale out. I'll bring my gallon of water with me. I don't care no more. What you go ahead, the part, you know, so they kind of understand it. But you know, if you especially for our lifestyle clients that are really trying to get to that point, get healthy, get up off of medicine and things of that nature, get all that stuff on the side and just add little bits. Because once you get that stuff on the side, there's two things that happen. One, they don't bring you as much. Go look at somebody that got the salad, they just, you know, they in the back, he's like, okay, we're just gonna, you know, put it in there. When they put it in those little cups, they get stingy for whatever reason. So now you're
Yeah.
getting as much. So that's number
Mm-hmm.
two. You control how much is there. You see what I'm saying? But watch out for salad. Because everybody tell me, oh, I eat nothing but salad. I'm like,
Yeah.
how for you?
Oh, you know what? You know what just came to mind too? People only associate calories with food, but they don't associate calories with liquids,
Yep.
right? So, ladies and gentlemen that's watching, you guys got to pay attention to your liquids, right? The only liquid without a calorie is water. We push water not just because it has 0 calories. No, water is essential for our life, but you guys can actually drink your calories away, not paying attention. And a lot of the high calorie liquids are labeled as healthy
Yep.
because they're putting other ingredients in them that have calories.
Or
You
there's
guys got to watch out for that. And then also vitamins. Vitamins have calories, ladies and gentlemen. Little do you know, you think you're just popping vitamins, but they're added calories. I'm not saying that they're bad for you. I'm just saying you may not even include if you're somebody who tracks your calories in an app, MyFitnessPal or whatever, you may not even be putting the vitamins that you take in there that's going to take your calorie count up. So that's another point.
Then the other thing is you have to look at the bottle to understand what the serving size is. That goes for dry or liquid, because a lot of times you go, for example, like, you know, it'll be Gatorade Zero or Gatorade the lower sugar one or whatever, and it still ends up being 35 calories for the bottle. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, and again, we're not saying, it's not like I'll put it like this: if 35 calories is knocking out of your deficit, you're doing something wrong. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
if you're tracking it and you're trying to do things right, those are the things you need to understand, because it's the same thing. That's what I'm always talking about. I always use chips as an example. you can take down a whole bag of chips, even though it's 75% air. You can take down that whole bag of chips. And you say, oh, well, it's only 140 calories per serving. I always tell my clients, understand, nobody would be if you took down the whole, whatever that is, the canister, the bag, whatever, because we're adults, right? So we don't got mommy and daddy coming over our shoulder. Oh, don't eat too much. Da da da. You can just, I mean, you might got a spouse that tell, but you know, you home, oh wow, you eating whatever. So no, because speaking of tracking, there's a lot of people that when they start to get off track, they stop tracking.
Yeah,
we can't help you get back on track because we don't know how far off the beaten path you went. But that's why it's crucial, you know, when you are, you know, Tibbs hit it. Number one with these liquid calories. You know, that's why it was funny, actually, in high school, one of my friends, she was trying to just get skinny, and she was like, well, I don't drink any of my calories. And I thought about it, then I was like, that makes kind of sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, but now as a coach and as an athlete, I'm like, damn, I really don't drink my calories at all. Like the only thing
we drink water.
Outside of water, the only thing I drink right now is Lemon Perfect or sparkling.
So you know what? I want to make a point. All right, guys. Now, this product right here, this is my protein, my company. Now, as a business owner, I'm about to give y'all some insight from a business owner that develops a product, right? It might be backwards because it's Instagram, but you're going to get the gist of it. Now, companies are going to put on the front in bold what they want your eyes to catch right away. I did this. This label on this protein, I created. I want your eyes to see this right away. So you buy this because you're interested in this. You guys have to know everything that's in the product, right? Now, my product, of course, you can trust it, but but as a business owner, I am telling you, read the label, turn the product around and see everything else that's in it, right? Because on the front, the label is designed to catch your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
You may think you're just getting this, but do you see everything else that's in this product? All right? Just giving you a tip from a business owner that sells products. All right?
You're an adult. Because the only thing, the same, like, so if I have an athlete ask, oh, coach, well, what's in this? You know, is this, you know, off the thing? I'm like, I'm gonna do the same thing that I'm gonna tell you to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go look at the water list and compare it. Some of the things I know are right on top of my head, but other things I don't. You know what I mean? So I'll you know, it's the same thing. But we're all adults. And yes, I know your coach is the expert, this, that, and the third. You are supposed to lean on your coach, but being an adult, look it up. That's what I do. I'll be damned if I'm reaching out to James. So like, hey, coach, is this? I mean, I'm looking my damn self.
You're gonna go right.
I always do that for something I'm more than capable of doing myself. You know what I'm saying? But that's the whole thing. But now where having your coach helps is have somebody interpret the label for you. Have somebody interpret, because it always kills me if you know, for example, you know, proteins and stuff that have, you know, you gotta take 2 scoops to get your serving. Watch out for that.
Right. Now, so ladies and gentlemen, I want to give you a quick tip to make things very simple when either you're counting calories or portion control. Now, you may not like this tip, but it's going to help you guys out. Stick to the same foods, right? You guys love variety. We all do. We want to eat different things. But if you have some goals, stick to the same foods, right? Because you're going to start memorizing how many calories it is. And then you're going to start memorizing what the portion looks like. Even though I told you guys don't eyeball it, but if you're doing the same thing over and over and over, it's like going to work, right? When you go to your job, you've been on the job for 5-6 years, you know your job, right? Same thing with your foods. If you're eating the same foods, you tend to know what you're eating and how much it is, right? So that's a quick tip. Try to eat the same things.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you, variety is gonna lead you right to the hamster wheel again. Because having all that, because you just you said it exactly. You just did all that upfront work. So why are you gonna do all that upfront work, memorizing, knowing, you know, imprint, and then say, oh, well, I want this now. And then the other part of it is because now Another thing is minimize ingredients.
Yes.
Too many
Great
times
point.
I have all
Great point.
things and I want to put all this stuff. It is, especially now. Look, you know, you got a family. I get it. You trying. It's okay to, because I've done it, so I know it's possible. Cook yours on the side, because if it's something with a lot of ingredients, you lose track. You're now you just guesstimated what you have, what's in that meatloaf or that lasagna or whatever you just made. You know what I'm saying? Did you, because you probably look for the extra cheesy part.
I know I do.
You're not accounting for that. So like, again, these are little tips, and what kills me is, you know, people will tell us, and this is the stuff you see us posting about. I want it so bad. Oh my God, you'll never have anybody who wants it more than me. The second you tell them to do this stuff, all of a sudden, man, it's like goodbye. They don't even want to talk to you no more, because they just like, man, like, I'm just like, man, like literally 2 days ago, you was telling me that I've never met anybody that wants it so much. Oh man, like I'll run through a wall. No, you won't. You can't put the fork down. Just like, man, dealing with the shit this morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. Words are cool. Actions are what it's about.
Results at the end.
That's all. You know.
At the end.
I hear it all the time. We'd all be Michael. We'd all be Michael Jordan. We'd all be LeBron James. We'd all be Tiger Woods. We'd all be Tom Brady if it was just about our words. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But are you going to make the sacrifice? Or are you going to make the sacrifice one time, and now you think you're the greatest of all time? Nope.
No, don't work like that. Bro, so another point that I wanted to just throw out there, people kind of, if you don't have a coach, right? So we're speaking of, you know, if you have a coach or whatnot, but if you're somebody that's listening and you don't have a coach and you're sitting there and you're like, well, man, everything they're saying makes total sense. But how do I know how many calories I should be intaking? Or how do I know what portions I need for myself? All right. First things first, maybe you need to get a coach. But if you're someone that's not wanting a coach and trying to find that out, you guys need to know how much energy you're expending throughout the day. And then you'll know how many calories you need to accommodate that energy, right? And usually I'm gonna remove bodybuilding out of it. I'm just gonna speak for a lifestyle person. Usually, you know, when that hunger sets in, right? When you start feeling low energy and that hunger sets in, you got to pay attention to that, right? Because then you know, all right, this is about the time that I'm low, I'm expending energy, and my body needs fuel. And this is key. Write this down, ladies and gentlemen. Start eating for fuel rather than eating for fulfillment. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say that again. Start eating for fuel rather than eating for fulfillment. And that'll take y'all a long way.
No lies right there. No lies.
Anything you want to recap? Anything you want to get off?
The thing I want to add, if you get a coach and you ask them about how they're going to find out your BMR, if they cannot do that, run for the hills. There's a lot of different figure out your BMR, a lot of different ways. You know what I'm saying? I start with something I learned in college. That's a very easy baseline. And then from that baseline, I'm able to figure it out within about 3 to 4 weeks. But if they're able to, and also if they're trying to tell you your BMR without having done anything, run. So, and the reason why I'm bringing talk about, you know, the energy, feeling low, things like that. And so Dave said it, you know, the benefits of having a coach. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things, because a lot of people don't know what to ask, because there might just be somebody in their eyes, well, that person's in better shape than me, so they must know more than me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I say that to say it's very important, you know, if you're going to go get you a coach, which I would recommend everybody to do, at least to get you started. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure that there's certain little things that they understand, because a lot of coaches, it's alarming and annoying because we're the next step down from a doctor per se in terms of having controlling your health. Like, people are coming to us to get healthy, to get off of it. You know, and I'm not going to, run through the litany of things, but what I'm saying is there's a lot of people out here playing with people's health that don't know what they're doing. If your coach cannot tell you about BMR, cannot tell you what that means, that's the first thing. All the lifestyle people on here, first thing you ask about BMR, see what they tell you. If they,
and ladies and gentlemen, BMR, basal metabolic rate. All right, that's what the term is, BMR. Let me answer Dave's question. He said cardio before or after weight training. We both answer it, but my opinion on that is that it's all a matter of preference, right? Now, the goal that you're trying to accomplish can play a part in whether you're doing cardio before or after. Now, as a coach, I'm just a hard coach. So I make my clients do cardio before they train because I want them dead ass tired when they're hitting those weights, because I want to I'm training them mentally, not just physically. I want them to be like, fuck, I just did this cardio. I don't feel like doing this weights. No, I'm going to do it. That's just my style of training, right? It doesn't mean that it's right and it doesn't mean that it's wrong. It's just my preference. So I'll let you answer that one.
So the way, when I say the rule of thumb, because it is basically, so if your goal is endurance, which is what Tibbs just talked about, do your cardio before. Because now because basically what's going to happen now, your body is feeling, now your muscles are feeling what it's like to work under stress after being tired and fatigued and everything like that. If your goal, just truly your goal, is fat/weight loss, you want to do the cardio after. Now again, however your coach lays it out for you, and your coach can explain it and tell you why. So he literally just told you why. You see what I'm saying? So for anybody that has a coach, I'm not sitting here telling, your coach. What I'm saying is the traditional, like the way that it is based on your goals. So you come up to one of us, first thing, now that he's talking about how he trains, for bodybuilders, lifestyle. See, lifestyle is different because there's a lot more leeway and there's a lot more different things. See, bodybuilding is very much, you got to do. There's just certain things you got to do whether you like it or not. You want to get on stage, but at the end of the day, if you're lifestyle client A comes up to me, we're talking, we're saying everything's good. Okay, well, coach, how do I do? I will tell them, for example, if I was somebody training for a marathon or training for a 5K or something, anything endurance based, and they don't have some kind of cardio training outside of the gym, I'm telling them to do that cardio before, because your body needs to know how to perform when that lactic acid is building up and everything like that. That's how you increase your endurance. If you are trying to lose weight, lose fat, you want to do it after. You know what I'm saying? Because now your body, again, it's almost the same principle. Your body's fatigued, but now what's happening is your body, when you're in cardio, once you've lifted, right, your glycogen's already used up. Your body has nothing to do but go to the fat stores to start burning, because your body's looking for energy while you're doing the cardio. So that's why. And again, this, Dave, good question. Our two answers. What this comes from? It comes directly from, if your coach cannot explain it, or it sounds like they're speaking, in metaphorical hieroglyphics. Run. If they can't break it down for you in what I call simple terms, understandable terms, digestible terms, you got to go. I'm telling you, because more than likely they don't know what they're talking about. And some of them do what I call, they do the TI theory. They go find a thesaurus. You know what I'm saying? Or they can find to sound like, like they know what they're talking about. Here go Nadia. She's
yeah, bro. Because I'll look at so if a client is doing the homework in the gym, and I might be training somebody else, but I'm looking at them. They'll finish their cardio, and I'll see it in their face, bro. They'll be like, "Fuck," right? And then they want to go home. They want to go home. So now I'm like, no, now you got to go lift. And it was partly the reason how I was taught, right? It's endurance, and it's a mindset, to do it when you're dead fucking tired, because now you're going to another level, right? And it's just like you said, it's just a preference of coaching. And we know that you burn, if you're just in a specific weight loss, you could do it after, and it's going to continue to burn. And and even after, I think it's like 45 minutes, right? You're still burning after you're done with the actual exercising. But yeah, like Dave, I'll make his ass do 60 minutes of Stairmaster and then go do for another hour of weights.
See, that's something that, again, catches a lot of people up. They don't realize cardio is a tool. Cardio isn't everything.
Mm-hmm.
I used to think that. I used to think cardio was everything because the way I ran. I was like, oh, yeah, cardio. Now, this does not
You ran track, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Then once I started, doing all this distance running like a crazy man, which I'm glad I'm not doing right now. My body's thanking me for it. But so what people got to understand, what increases your metabolism, what continues to burn once you leave the gym or once you're done, is resistance training, because your body now going through the process of rebuilding. Now, look, I'm not saying you're burning 1,000 calories, but what I'm saying is when you're done doing cardio, when you finish that run, you whatever it is, once your heart rate's back to normal and you're not breathing heavy anymore, which is usually 5 to 10 minutes, guess what? Calories ain't burning no more. So that's why it's important to, at the end of the day, if you have the time and everything like that, it's important to do both, because they both have their place and their benefits. But again, these are the things that you need to understand. And again, if your coach can't tell you why you are doing A, B, or C, you need to run for the hills. If they're just trying to, anybody can, like a new client, anybody can throw you into a calorie deficit and have you go do, I'll have you do an hour and a half of cardio, and you'll lose weight at first. That ain't gonna last long.
Right. Right. Just, I call them cardio queens.
Yeah.
You just I'm just gonna have you not eat much and just do cardio.
Yep.
Which to me, no disrespect to nobody, but it's just crazy to me. Like, just crazy.
It has a direct impact. Has a direct impact on the way you look. Point blank. Period.
Okay, so Dave, my client that's in here, he's down over. Well, he went back up in his bulk, but we lost 100 pounds, right, on his weight loss journey, and everyone's asking him how's he so muscular when he lost 100 pounds, and he's like, well, shit, my coach, we lift, he looks jacked coming down from 100 pounds, and people wonder, like, how's that possible?
Well, everybody has this misnomer, male and female, that if they do a couple bench presses, they're gonna look like bodybuilders, and it's not. To look like a bodybuilder, there's so much that goes into it. When I have label, I don't want to. I was like, they get mad. I was telling them, well, you won't look like that because you don't have the ability to do that. You're not going to do that work. And they'll be like, you literally just told me. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, when you see a women's physique athlete, at somewhere between 3 and 6% body fat with damn near 100% muscle density, do you know it hurts to be like that? It
Right.
hurts to be like that. Hence why I'm never leaving out of the board shorts, because I never want to have to raise my muscle density up enough and lower my body fat enough that I look like a bodybuilder.
I'm too goddamn old. I ain't, nah.
That's what I'm saying is lifting weights makes you look better, makes you look healthier. There's so many people, look, we all know them. People that do a lot of cardio, they're allergic to weights, and then they wonder why they look skinny fat.
And you know what? I'm going to specifically throw this towards the women viewers. Anybody listening that's a woman, um, it is very imperative that you all lift weights, and it's very imperative that you all try to keep small amounts of testosterone up in your body. Now, when you talk about testosterone, I'm probably getting off topic here, but when you talk about testosterone, it's generally geared towards men. And you think about, you say the word testosterone when it comes to women, they may think, oh, I don't want a Adam's apple, or I don't want a mustache or a deep voice. But ladies, that's not the case. You guys, if you want to build muscle, you got to have your natural testosterone in your body, and you must lift. Lifting will not have you looking like a man. Lifting will have you looking fit. All right? I'm stressing that. It will not have you looking like a man. You don't have enough manly testosterone in your body for that to happen. It's not going to happen unless you put something in your body.
You ain't gonna get like that.
That's a great point, bro. Hey, man, I had you on for an hour. When we get on, it's electric, man. I love it, man. We gotta do this more. We gotta make this like a regular show, man. Getting us on.
Look,
hey, if you see the comments, right, man? People say that, man, we love you guys. Like it's electric when we get on, bro.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, like when you said something, I was like, well, I ain't had nothing on the calendar, so I'll tap in whenever. You know what I mean? You gotta hold your peoples down. So, and this
Man.
needs to get out there, because just like when we go on talking about from the promoter standpoint and everything like that, too many people are trying to hold things back as secrets and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just
right
that needs to be, I don't want to say given, but the public needs, so because at the end of the day, I got in this to help people. It just so happens that I do well enough that I can provide. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm helping people and they're getting same thing for you. We're helping people getting results. This, this, that, and the third. But that's what it comes down to, man. That's like a non-fitness related tip. The more I forgot, somebody else was talking about this, but it's just a fact. Something I've always believed in. The more people you help, the better off you will be.
Yes.
If you
focus
out there
on the
in
people.
it all for self, and people just won't ride with you. You know what I'm saying? They were like, man, whatever. That
Focus
person's
on the
self, this,
people.
that, and the third. You're putting people in positions and helping people and all that stuff. People going to tap in. Makes his peanut butter.
Look at that peanut.
You won't be in Dallas. We'll make sure we got some peanut butter waiting for you as your reward.
Man, bro, it's it just but from your comment, it's so much false information being thrown out for finances that it kills me. So even though we had about 20 people get on, that's 20 people that's gonna take this real information, they're gonna go share it with somebody else. So we can infiltrate our information to just being real.
Right.
Like guys, there's no meal plan that's gonna make you have abs in 3 weeks. Like we're not selling this. Guys, we keep it real on here. It's Tips by Tibbs, baby. And Isaac is the voice of the athlete, voice of the people too. I'll be voice of the people, you be voice of the athlete.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. But at the end of the day, man, hey, like it's funny you said that, and we need to, because we can go whole. I hope I don't open up a whole can of worms with this, but it's the same thing like with these challenges. Let the challenges be your starting point. Don't think because you do a 30-day challenge, or 45-day challenge, even a 60-day challenge, that you're going to start it and then by the end of that 60 days you're going to be ready to go and do everything the way you're healthy now and all that kind of stuff. Let that be a starting point, because that's the same thing, because people want this magic pill, this magic meal plan, this magic this. Don't none of it exists. The magic is hard work and consistency and discipline. All the things that you don't want to do. that's
hey, bro, is that a real question by Nadia, or is that an inside joke? What about teas?
joking because you know I'm always talking about fit tees.
Fat tummy tees and like, oh hell yeah, hey, not it, yeah, come on, man. Oh
Yeah.
my God, those when I see people posting that, or this is what really kills me, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm blabbering, but this is what really kills me when I see a fit person that's been fit all their life. They've had abs damn near all their life, but now they want to tell you to rub this goddamn cream on your belly, and that's gonna give you abs, and that's what keeps them abs with waist trainers and shit. Don't get me started, y'all. I got don't get me started.
That's another day. You know, fitness misnomer. There's a lot of stuff, man. Like, there's just a lot of stuff that I always tell. One of my big things I say, like, don't fall for good marketing. I had, pretty people, in shape people, sound like they kind of know what they talking about, but they're relatable. I was there too. Now I'm here, and it gets you soaked in, and then because nobody want to do the work. So when you have somebody that's telling you this shit is hard, this shit ain't fun, like telling you all these different things and basically almost talking you out of it, you think that person is wrong, but that's actually the person that's trying to help you. That's not the person that's trying to get in your pockets. You know what I'm saying?
No shortcuts.
Yeah.
No shortcuts. And guys, me and Isaac are probably couple of the realest people y'all gonna meet. We're not talking to you guys to cater to your feelings. We're talking to you guys to tell you the truth. And if the truth hurts your feelings, then so goddamn what? we that's just how it is.
That's what I'm always saying, facts over feelings. Because when you simply rely on the facts, you'll be in a much better space. You know what I'm saying? Because our feelings are all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Your feelings. I won't go again. I won't go too deep into this. But your feelings are different. Facts don't care what you know what I mean. Did you eat the meat? Well, I don't care how you felt. Did you do it? Yes or no? Did you do the workout? Well, I was tired, so I was fit. The results don't care about how you feel.
Bro, you know what? This just happened today. I'm not gonna say her name. I don't know if she's alive, and if she was, I'm not gonna blast her. But one of my clients today said, she asked me yesterday, she's like, can I have coffee on the plan? I said, yeah, you can have black coffee, just don't, black, don't put nothing in it. So today she sent a message to our team, because we had a team chat. She said, black coffee, I don't like it. I need to find something else. So I commented, I said, the results don't care about your feelings. It's what's on your plan.
Hey, black coffee tastes like a pro card. Starbucks tastes like third place.
I like it.
Hey, I mean, now obviously you're in different situations and all everything like that, but that's what it comes down to. Like, so this is why I always say, if you don't want to get to that level, don't come talk to me. And it's not again, I won't give you advice. I won't talk to you, be your friend, whatever. What I'm saying is, you can't be a part of this because you're not going to be able to handle me. If you're just trying to get up there because you think it's fun or it's a bucket list, I always have to use this caveat. That's okay. That's okay. We want that. I want that. I want people, because we want to grow the sport. However, you got to understand, you're not going to be able to make the same sacrifice. When you see that person that looks like a Greek god, and you're like, oh my God, they have muscles on top of muscles on top of muscles. Yeah, because they was drinking black coffee. They was doing all the stuff that you didn't want to do. So don't look at, man, what did they? No. There go the mirror right there. Look at what you did not do, what you weren't willing to do, even though you said you was going to do it. Because it's easy. It's easy. But that, I can live with trying. I can't live with regret, man. I can't live with regret knowing, I could have done more.
Hey, what Nip say? I want my L's for my losses and my E for efforts. Mm-hmm. But I don't want my L's for lazy and my E's for excuses. That's it right there.
It's simple. Because one of my favorite jokes, and I know I didn't come up with this, but somebody said, what's that taste? Oh, it tastes like first place. What's that cake? Oh, that tastes like third place. That tastes like last place. You know what I mean? Because, like, you know what I mean? Because when you chasing greatness, man, it's a whole different mindset. It's a whole different level of commitment. I'm not gonna say discipline. Like that plain oatmeal, you eating that plain oatmeal, trust me. Like for example, when you as an amateur and you win and you get told new whatever league pro, every little bit of that is worth it.
Hell yeah.
Every little bit of that is worth it. You're not thinking about that. You're not thinking like, because now let me tell you something. When you see somebody else get what you work so hard for, now you sitting there going back in your head, man. All right, I didn't measure this well. You start going back through and with that regret. You know what I mean? And that's what it all comes down to. But again, that goes back to like people kind of telling the lies and only want to tell the good side. The gym selfie side. The look at my abs, all that stuff. They leave out the commitment. They leave out the sacrifice. They glamorize it. It's just like people that glamorize the hood. They don't know what that shit is like to always be looking over your shoulder and stuff. That shit ain't fun. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This being hungry ain't fun. It's not.
No.
You drive. You got an hour drive. Because we live in big cities. So you driving across the city. You gotta go to your next client, whatever. And I gotta wait 2 hours to eat. Your stomach, stomp the yard going on in your stomach. You know what I mean?
Or you gotta do this fasted cardio, hungry as fuck, you dizzy, you're like, fuck, I got the shakes, and you're like, oh fuck, I don't want to do this.
It ain't fun.
You know what I'm saying? Or where I'm at, I'm walking in single degree weather to the gym because I know I gotta do this goddamn cardio. I know I gotta hit these weights. Every morning, most people see my post. I put quotes up before my cardios, and that should be a lot of times I be talking to myself. Shit, I be like, I gotta talk myself into doing shit.
Like when you tired, like so for example, right? So you got the Who Tired pre-workout. So a lot of people don't realize where pre-workout came from. It came from bodybuilders because they needed something to get them going because you're so drained. So that's where pre-workout comes from. So I say that to say you got to understand you are not always going to want to do any of this stuff. Everybody thinks bodybuilders come walking into the gym, yay. When you are tired, all the above, and then you got to forget stress of your person, like all these different things, you still got to go do it. You know what I'm saying? And this is what's wild. You don't get no prize for it. People won't post up like, nah, you don't get no prize for it. You know what I mean? Your prize is, well, obviously the way you look, but then what you do on that stage. You know what I'm saying? You go to a big show, you place top 10. All right, that's dope. Not a lot of people can say that. Or you end up winning, get your pro card, all these different things. That result, that comes from when you was 8 weeks out and you was tired. You was ready to give up. But you went to the gym. You did your cardio. You ate what you were supposed to eat. You went back to the gym. You did your lift. You ate what you were supposed to eat because you stayed. That's where you see. That's where it all comes from. So. Do you have what it takes to do this hard ass work right now and not see? So we're both in surplus. We're not seeing these results until the end of the summer, until the fall. Do you have?
Right. That's a great point. That's a great point you just made.
Do you have that?
We're both, ladies and gentlemen, we're both in a caloric surplus right now. We're trying to gain and help our muscles grow, right? Now, do you guys know how hard it is to do that versus just losing weight? You know how hard it is when you're not hungry to say, I still got to eat this food and I'm not hungry. I got to stuff myself. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a real test to your mentality, and you're not getting rewarded until damn near a year later.
The worst, in theory, especially if you're on plan, the worse you look, actually, the better you are doing. And that is the ultimate. It messes with you because you're building layers of muscle. You see what I'm saying? So as you're going, You know, yeah, you look great in a shirt, but boy, shirt come off, you got, you know, little pockets that wasn't there 6 weeks ago, 6 months ago.
Little pudge right there.
And the thing is, because now you got stage lean. You got
But
stage lean.
look,
That's the only thing you
so
have
bro,
to engage it with.
so you see, David, he said, "Oh my God, yes."
Mm-hmm.
So he's not a competitor, but I have him. He's on a lifestyle, but I treat him just like a bodybuilder, right? Because it's all relative. So he lost 100 pounds. Then I told him, I said, now we got to gain weight, bro, because I need to put some more muscle on you. So I flipped his meal plan. I gave him a bunch of food. And he was like, I got to eat all this? I'm like, bro, you want to grow. So then he gets to the point at his highest where he's not putting on too much fat. He like, man, I don't like the way I look, man. I'm all pudgy and like, he's like, I'm ready to get this off. I said, bro, now we about to reveal all the work you just did.
Yep.
But so, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to be getting on stage to put things in perspective. This is all relative.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you gotta at the end of the day, if you want to look a certain way, you know what I mean. You gotta have the plan to get there, and you gotta be willing to kind of go through the weeds a little bit. You gotta be willing to go through the mud a little bit. It's not just as simple as, hey, I'm gonna come to you, and you know you just want. Because like for example, I'll get people that want to lose weight or they want to jump right into a prep and go on stage, and I'm like, yo, I don't even know what you have under there. So I could lean you out. You can follow everything, but you just going up there look skinny. You're not gonna have no, you know what I mean? Because again, we have them already, but you got to understand, most people can't really put on muscle deficit. Now, if you don't have a lot of muscle, you're able to just because your body's just excited to have the new tissue. That's just the best way to put that.
Yeah.
But people have been lifting for a while, not saying that we can't put muscle on in a deficit. It's just exponentially harder because your body's taking everything and burning it.
Yeah, that's me.
You're just trying to, especially once you've been through a few preps, you're at the point where it's all about you're fighting to hold on to whatever you put on during your growth season. You see,
and people ask me how the hell I'm drinking Stellas and preps.
Yeah. It's amazing because it's one of them things, right? So people will see, oh yeah, it's tough when if you take a bite of something or you do something, it's that it'll have minimal impact. And the thing is that minimal impact could be the difference between first and fifth. So that's what you got to tell yourself. Because people don't think at our level, it's razor thin between these people. There's a lot of these shows where 1 through 10, you get a different panel. You're going to get a different, a different outcome. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, I mean, really at the end of the day, just to bring it back, understand what your goals are. Understand what you try to do, in life, and then let the plan, be what it is. So sometimes, it's very common for me when I first get you, try, take 10, 15 pounds off just so I can see if you have a muscle structure. You know what I'm saying? Because then once you see that it works, you'll be bought enough that we can really lean you down and then put muscle on a proper frame. There's a lot of ways to do it, but this also goes back to the whole, man, make sure you get a coach that knows what the hell they doing. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that come on social media, boy, swear that they experts, but you can see right through it. You can see right through it. They post up a couple good posts.
It just wants to stay alive.
Man.
Bro, well, we've been on an hour, bro, man. I know we keep going. We're gonna schedule another one. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad y'all tuned in to Tips by Tibbs. This was a very informative live here. I'm going to save it, post it to the page. It'll be on YouTube as well. It's always a pleasure having Isaac on because when you get us together, you never know what's going to happen. So, all right, y'all. Tips by Tibbs, we out.